Hello, dear friends. Okay, so today I have a message from above, from my angels, and I'm here to tell you this. Okay, so I'm going to try and be as short as possible, and I'm trying to give you as many informations as possible so you would believe me when I tell you that I only want what's best for you and that I'm not lying. Okay, so uh, I woke up with a message, and then I got my phone and I got so many confirmations that the message I woke up with. I have to tell you this. Okay, so you need to get your tests for your heart and your blood tests, the thickness of your blood. So how fast your blood gets thick. I hope that's the thing. So there are free tests. I don't know them exactly in English. Anyways, it's a quick something. As quick as your blood gets thickened. There are free tests, and the test for your heart. You need to do that because the people that had the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, or the people that had COVID, and maybe you don't have the symptoms, because sometimes you can get COVID and you don't have the symptoms. You need to get checked your heart and your blood test, the quick thickness of your blood. You need to get that checked. Okay, so I'm trying to talk as fast as possible. When I was a kid at 15, I had my hormonal imbalance. Anyways, I didn't have my period without birth control pills because of my hormonal imbalance. I had blood vessel, a blood clot, yeah. Anyways, it's pretty hard for me in English, never mind. Anyways, I got a treatment for that, and after, the doctor told me I should get either on birth control pills because I had my hormonal imbalance, or I should get injections with the hormones. Because on that time, long time ago, there weren't the treatments we have right now for the hormonal imbalance. Anyways, so I started taking birth control pills for so many years, since I was 15. Many years after, my blood started to get thick because of the birth control pills, because they affect the thickness of your blood. When I was 21, that's why I said I don't recommend breast implants. But as you can see, things happen for a reason. Anyways, when I was 21 and I went to get my breast implants, they told me I should do some blood tests before the implants. I did the blood test. They told me I was anemic, and I do take some iron pills. I did faint a couple of times in my time, in my life. Anyways, my English sucks, but it's okay, you get what I'm saying. And I keep taking iron for that. Other tests did show me that I did had a little, they told me it was just a little problem with the thickness of my blood, and that I should quit the birth control pills 2 weeks before the breast surgery, and after that there will be no problems after the operation. Anyways, I did that. I got the breast implants, and I did have so many problems after because of the thickness of my blood. I kept having blood clots, the first implants I had were smaller, but because of the blood clot, one breast got bigger, and then I had to get surgery and then get bigger implants so they would look the same. Anyways, I got 3 or 4 surgeries after because of the blood clots, because I had the blood so thick. Okay, last year in no wait, okay, so with the COVID I have so many informations and I try to give them as accurate as possible so you would believe me. When the COVID started, I was very cautious about it because I knew COVID affects the blood circulation because it thickens the blood, and I already had that problem. Because the blood gets thicker, it doesn't go to your brain and it affects your brain, and you start getting paranoid and losing your mind and you're not thinking so logical. And that's another thing. I was scared because I need to work and I need to be rational and to be okay. And with the lungs, because it affects the lungs, and with the dogs, I was scared that I would get the COVID and I would give it to my dogs, and I knew COVID would go to the animals as well, even though at the beginning they said that's not possible, and people would use their dogs to go outside because it was with the quarantine and you weren't allowed with the social distancing. Anyways, they would take the dogs outside to go for walks, and so many animals died after they did show that animals can take it as well, the COVID. So I was right. Anyways, I did kept a distance. I was scared for the COVID and scared for the vaccine as well, because the vaccine was like the same thing, but in a vaccine, it gave the same side effects with the blood. It got the blood thicker, what else was it? With the blood, with the heart, and stuff like that. Anyways, I was scared with the vaccine because I knew I had the blood problem. My blood was already thick. The fact that so many people after the vaccine died, with the side effects. People were telling me there's just a few. So many are okay after the vaccine. Just a few died. And I was like, no, let's not take any chances. I kept a distance from COVID. I kept a distance from the vaccine. I was asking people close to me how were they feeling after the vaccine. And some didn't have any side effects whatsoever. Some did have. People with the COVID were losing their mind, and getting paranoid. People with the vaccine, some people didn't feel so good, some people didn't have any side effects. Anyways, I kept a distance from the vaccine and COVID as well. Because I knew the thing with the thickness of the blood and other things with the mental, with losing pregnancies and stuff like that, a lot of side effects. Because of the thickness of the blood, I was scared a lot. Anyways, and it was the thing with the green certificate, because you weren't allowed to go anywhere if you didn't have the green certificate, and that was like the only thing that was pushing me to do the vaccine, but I didn't want to do it because of my blood problem. Anyways, last year in January, with the sinus problems that I have, and I keep having the washing, I keep washing my sinuses because of my sinus problems. Anyways, I have I don't know how to say it. Anyways, I can't breathe through my nose, and from time to time I need to wash my sinuses. And after I wash them, I blow my nose, and after I breathe like a normal person through my nose. So last year in January, after I did my sinus washing and stuff like that, and I started to blow my nose. I started to have a lot of blood vessels popping on my face, and I knew something was wrong with my blood. So I made a lot of tests for the blood thickness. You know, when I went there and I asked about this thing, I said, I have a lot of blood vessels popping on my face after I blow my nose. There's a lot of pressure and there's something wrong with my blood. Or when I would lift something heavy, from here to here, I had a lot of blood vessels popping. I said the thing about my implants. I know I had some problems with the blood when I had the implants. I know my blood is thick. I want to do some tests for this. They didn't even know exactly what type of tests I was asking for. They gave me a lot of papers for me to choose the tests. Anyways, I did the tests for the thickness, for how fast my blood gets thick, 3 tests, and one of them was a little bit higher than average. When I told my doctor, when I showed him my test results, he was like, oh, it's okay, no worries, there's nothing that wrong. And I was like, okay, whenever I blow my nose, there are a lot of blood vessels popping on my face. And he was like, no, there's like a dermatitis from the sun. And I was like, that's wrong. There's nothing to do with that, because I don't go outside that much. With my knees and with the stairs, I go out like once a month. I can't even have the sun on my face. That's not right. So I quit the birth control pills. A friend of mine started exactly in that time a hormonal treatment with Norman's. I don't know if you have it. Anyways, it's natural from plants. So I quit the birth control pills, and I was right about the birth control. They thicken your blood. 2 months ago, I saw I have no the judge, they sued. No. They sued the buyer company, you know, the company that makes Yasmin and another birth control. Anyway, they sued that company because so many women died after using the birth control pills. Exactly with this, the blood clots, you know, because the blood thickens from the birth control pills. So I was right. Okay, so last year in January I did my test. They were a little bit over average, you know, with the thickness of my blood. The doctor said I was fine. I didn't believe him because I trusted myself. So I quit the birth control. I started using the same treatment my friend was using. She took them, she told me about them. They were natural, you know, made from plants. I took them 4 months. I started taking Aspenter. I don't know, in English it's like aspirin, you know, to thin, no, okay, to make the blood more thin, thick, yeah, thin, you know, thin, yeah, slimmer, you know, so the blood circulation would be thinner, yeah, thin, skinny, yeah, thin, okay, my English sucks. Anyways, I started taking the treatment like aspirin 1 month, and after that, because I took 4 months of Normans for my hormonal imbalance, I quit the birth control pills and my blood got thicker with the aspirin as well. So that's why I'm telling you, you should get checked your heart and your blood circulation, you know, You should take the free tests to see how fast your blood gets thicker. Yeah, thicker. Yeah, okay. After that, I was okay. From time to time, I quit the birth control because now, with the 4 months of Normans, my hormones are normal and I don't need the birth control. I get my period every month. Yeah. Ergo, I don't get my blood thick anymore. But from time to time, I do take the aspirin, the Aspenter. I believe there's something better than that. Anyways, in English, I don't know exactly how you call it, or perhaps you have a different name. That's why I'm saying aspirin. So I do have that one or two boxes in the house, and from time to time I take it because I do know my blood, it gets thin from time to time. No, it gets thick. Thick. So from time to time I need to get it thin. Yeah, my English is not so good. Anyways, 1 month ago my washing machine cracked. Here where I live with rent and everything is old. Anyways, the same happened with my fridge a couple of years ago, and when I asked the landlord, he said we should put 50-50, so I didn't like that and I bought it myself, and if I would ever leave this place I would take it with me. The same with the washing machine. It broke 1 month ago and I kept washing by hand. It's okay. The return to, in a sense, we work on our arms and our back. Anyways, a few days ago I moved the washing machine to the bedroom, and my brother did tell me he would help me, but I wouldn't want to break his legs, because it's heavy, and he's married, he has kids, he should take care more, of his legs. Anyways, with my legs and with my knees, I did move it from the bathroom to the bedroom, so I would leave it here for the landlord, and he can do whatever he chose to do with it after. And I would buy a new one, I would order it. We'll see when. And the people would bring it here and they would put it there and stuff like that. A new one. Anyways, if I would leave, I would take that with me as well. So when I did take it from the bathroom to the bedroom, which was very heavy, my knees started to get swollen again because I have the problem with my knees. Anyways, I had a mental breakdown check because it got swollen and hurted. I did put ice, it's okay now. When I had a mental breakdown check, I started to cry from the anger. Anyways, when I started to cry, my sinus again started, activated. So I needed to do the sinus washing again. Ergo, I need to blow my nose again, When I started to blow my nose again, my blood vessels popped. Because I do the sinus washing from time to time and they don't pop all the time. So from time to time, I need to take 1 month of aspirin, so I get my blood again thin, from time to time. So I did blow my nose, a lot of vessels popped on my face. That's why I'm saying that everything happens for a reason. And now I did started to take the treatment again, because from time to time you need to do it. That's why I'm saying to you, even though perhaps you don't have the thing like I do, so you can see it on your skin that you have some problems, you have some chest pains, or you don't see how your blood circulates. That's why I'm telling you, I woke up from upstairs with a warning for you people. And after I took my phone, because that's what spiritual awakening is. When you have the spiritual awakening, after you can't stop it, They talk to you as much as they want to. So you get signs everywhere, signs of confirmation that you're not crazy. So I woke up with that, and then I took my phone and anywhere I went, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere, I saw that so many people started to die a few years after they got the vaccine or after they got COVID. That's why I'm here to tell you what they told me from upstairs. You should go and get heart tests so you see how good your heart is beating, and you should go take the free tests for your blood circulation thickness. So you see how fast your blood gets thick. That is what I have been told from upstairs. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm trying to give you so many information so you would believe me. I would never lie. I'm only here to help. If I can help, then why wouldn't I? There's so many people that had the spiritual awakening. So I'm not like the only one talking with the people upstairs and getting signs and stuff like that. Jim Carrey had it, but he had it just once. The people upstairs talk with you as much as they want to, but Jim Carrey keeps wanting to hear them again, but he doesn't. Anyways, Jim Carrey, Ellen, and so many other people. I'm telling you these celebrities because you heard of them. But so many other people had the spiritual awakening, and they get informations, and tasks, and it's up to them if they want to do something about it or not, if they want to help others, and to use that information and stuff like that. So that's why I'm here, and I got the information from above, and I am here to tell you this. It's not like, I'm telling you to do something bad. No, I'm here to tell you, do some tests on your heart to see how good your heart is beating, and some tests on your blood to see how fast your blood gets thick. Okay, even if you had the COVID vaccine or not, even if you had the COVID or not, because perhaps you had the COVID without the symptoms, you can do and take the tests so you would be okay after. You need to think positive, see always the glass half full. It could always be worse, it could always be better. So you need to think positive, guys. You do good, reap good karma, love and light. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, body and mind, because it's important to have a healthy mindset at all. Mwah. Take care, people. Bye.